How's it going, guys? My name's Fred and welcome back to Scrap Mechanics. So, since the last time we played this, there's been a new update which added music blocks, very similar to the music blocks in Minecraft. Once you power them, they make a sound. There's a few different types of music block. There's 4 different types. There's the yellow ones, which are percussion blocks, so you can make them sound like drums, or like snares, or like little bop, sound like a cymbal, I guess. Then there's blue ones, which is bass, so it's just a really deep down, like, duh sound. Then there's the red ones, which is called synth voice, which is basically bass but high pitch, so it's like duh. And then there's one called blip, and that just sounds awful. So yeah, guys, here are all the blocks. We've got the yellow percussion. That's set to the bass drum sound. We can change it to sound like a snare. That sounds good. So like this. Pretty cool. Then there's the bass. That's as low as it goes. That's the lowest setting. Then there's the synth. And then there's the blip. Actually, the blip doesn't sound... Well, I thought it sounded worse than that. That's alright. So yeah, new music blocks in the game. You can control them with any kind of buttons or sensors. So you can control them with buttons, switches, or sensors. Sadly, you can't connect them to a controller. If you could put them in a controller, it means you could like program in music. And that would be pretty cool, but you can't do that, sadly. What you can do is you can make a giant wall of music blocks like this, and then have loads of sensors at the bottom, so then when you walk along it, it plays a song. So if you wanted, you could start out just hooking up some percussion blocks to sound like some bass and some snares. When you walk along, it's like... Pretty cool, pretty cool. And then you can hook up some more percussion to sound like a cymbal, like a hi-hat. So when you walk along now, it sounds like this. Nice. One thing that is pretty annoying, because obviously I'm using the sensors to power this. When I walk along, it sensors me. The sensors make a really loud, really annoying sound. This sound, as you can hear, I can't turn that off. The only way to do that would be to move the sensors somewhere else and have like a car drive past them. I did try to make this like that, where it had sensors sort of off in the distance and a car drove past them to turn the sensors on. But when you do that, not all the music blocks play correctly, and then like the song doesn't come out properly, so it doesn't really work. So you have to get used to the sound of sensors if you want to play a song of Scrap Mechanic. Anyway, once you've added your drums and cymbals, you can then add a lovely big blue bass line. You can see I've got a bass block on every single beat. It's quite a heavy bass line. That sounds something like this. Yeah. So, once you've got all that, you can add in your little red synth blocks to add the sort of melody, the tune of the song. Once you have all of those connected, you get a big purple wall of connections like this. It takes a while to make songs of Scrap Mechanic. Anyway, once you have all of that, it sounds something like this. Prepare yourselves, guys. This is the hottest song of 2016 about to drop right now. You ready? Oh my god. Okay, fine, look, it's not some big, awesome, like, dance piece or whatever like that, but it's hard to make music when you only have 4 instruments and they all are, like, robot heads that make robotic sounds. It's not that easy, okay? Well, anyway, that was just a little quick intro to this video because the music blocks came out and I wanted to show them off to you guys, but I didn't want to make, like, a whole video just about them. So, that was the music blocks. That's what they can do. On with the theme park. How's it going, guys? My name's Fred and welcome back to the theme park here in the Scrap Mechanics. So, I hope you enjoyed the little music block intro thing. I filmed that a couple days ago when the music blocks came out, but since then, I have built a couple more things in and around the theme park. I've also deleted all the music block stuff, so if you wanted to hear that song again, tough, because it's not there. But yeah, since then, I built a couple more things in the theme park, mainly these 2 buildings here. So, since the music blocks came out, and since I filmed that intro, there's been another update to Scrap Mechanic, which has added windows. So it's added these glass blocks, as you can see here, which are, as you would imagine, slightly transparent blocks that you can see through. You can sort of paint the glass. You'll see this is a standard color. It's sort of like a sort of greeny, bluey color, kind of like a wine bottle kind of color. You can sort of paint it. If I paint it white, or you could paint it a lovely shade of pink. It doesn't do that much. Actually, I kind of like the pink for this place. Let's put all of this pink. There we go. Okay, so as well as the glass blocks, they've also added window blocks, which, as you would imagine, it's similar to these ones, these large support structures, but instead of having metal in the middle, it's just glass. So you put that inside your house, a lovely clear window, because these ones, you get like lines in the middle of your window. which is not great. But these ones, you get like a big clear window, kind of nice, but it like sticks out really weirdly. It's kind of like a spaceship window kind of thing that has this weird border around it as well. So it's not great. I mean, it's cool they added it, but it doesn't look particularly nice. So using these new blocks, I've created these two buildings here as per your guys' request. So the first building on the left, by the way, what I was planning was I'm going to make a sort of archway thing here. This is going to be the entrance to the park. You're going to come in going this way. So the first building, when you come into the park, is obviously the gift shop. You want to spend money straight away. We need to make money. So the first building here on your right is a lovely gift shop. Let me show you around some of the wonderful things you can buy. Some screws, a rubber duck, a dismembered human. How did these keep getting in here? A traffic cone, a full-size mattress. There's not that many things to add, okay, guys. I ran out of ideas. Or you can choose from our wonderful cactus selection. So yeah, it's a slightly weird gift shop. It's got slightly weird gifts, but there's not that many gift options in the like inventory for this game. Like, you've got weird construction materials, signs, some plants. It's not the greatest stuff in the world, okay? The rubber ducks kind of make sense. Those are kind of cool. I think I would buy a duck. These are all loose, by the way. I put them all in. Okay, not that one. Some of them are loose, by the way. This one, for some reason, has been glued to the shelf. So I can take our lovely little rubber duck and just put it on the counter. Oh god, don't go under there. How can I pay for you if you won't go on the counter? A couple of you guys were asking for mini golf to be put into the theme park. As you can tell from the rubber duck is one of the most circular blocks in the game. And that's pretty goddamn hard to get it to go where you want it. Just, it's good, it's near the counter, it's good enough. So yeah, this is the gift shop. It sells some nice things, sells some weird things, but yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. We can, if you'd like, make a mini golf. I haven't made one, but we can if you want. It would be very difficult though, and we'd either have to use a block or like a rubber duck as the ball. There's no actual balls in the game, so it would be tricky whatever we do. Anyway, the next thing we have built is this building here. It's a very similar looking building, big glass building, but this one is an arcade. So I've made these wonderful little arcade machines. I think they look pretty cool actually. They've got like an electricity box, they're plugged into the wall. I think they're pretty snazzy. If you're wondering what the games are, well, obviously it's a super purple space adventure, red man, porn, and of course, Minecraft. But the Games House, Fun House type place, it's not just about arcade machines. We also have this, a mechanical bull. I'm actually pretty proud of this thing. You can see I've painted it. So it kind of looks like a cow. It's brown and white. It's general cow colors. And then if we come, actually we can turn it on from in the seat. If we sit in the seat and press the button, oh god! It's done via controller, so you can't have it on for too long because in the controller you can only have like 8 or 10 steps. So it doesn't do too much. It just does does a bit of spinning, does a bit of tilting, that kind of stuff, but it's pretty cool. One thing I realized would be really fun, because this is done on 3 bearings, as you can see down below. So down there, it's done on 3 bearings, one which is to spin, one which is to tilt forwards and backwards, and one which is to like roll side to side. And those are controlled via this controller. But I thought it would be really funny if this was like a multiplayer server. If you actually attach these to engines and then had other players controlling these bearings, you could have other people controlling the mechanical bull for you, and they could like move around. I thought that would be pretty cool to see that happen. Also, obviously with this thing, because it's a seat, you can't fall off it. And the whole point of a mechanical bull is you're trying to stay on. You literally can't fall off. So it's not the hardest mechanical bull in the world, but still, it's pretty cool. I put the little arena thing in here, which is made out of concrete. Lovely hard concrete. If you fall off and hit your head, lovely hard concrete to break your fall and kill you instantly. So yeah, the games room, arcade room, whatever you want to call it, and the gift shop over here is everything I built since last night. I built a couple of hedges and stuff, but that doesn't really count. They're just hedges. Yeah, I think they're pretty cool additions to the park. I like with the new glass blocks, the kind of architecture you can get going. Very, very sleek, very modern. I like it. But we need to add some more stuff to the park. So one of the most requested things last time was a haunted house to add to the park. So today, we're going to try and build a haunted house somehow. What I was basically thinking was, obviously the premise of a haunted house, normally, you get in a little, it's like a really slow roller coaster. It goes around the place, and while it's going around, stuff pops up and spooks you, comes up and scares you, and like, ugh. Yeah, that's the sound I make when I get scared. So, we need to make either a track which you drive a car around, or if we're really, really fancy, we can actually make like a rail and have sort of a train that goes along the rail. That could take absolutely ages though. And then we'll decorate the outside. I'll make it look like a big old spooky abandoned mansion thing, because that's what haunted houses look like. And yeah, it should be fantastic, assuming it doesn't take me literally all day to figure out how to make a train thing. But anyway, it should be fine. Let's get going. So guys, I want to start the haunted house off obviously with a hedge to surround it, but I want to make it look like a dead spooky hedge. So let's see if we can paint this thing to look like a weird dead color. How about a brown hedge? How does that look? Oh, that looks disgusting. No, we don't want a poo hedge. Try this thing. Oh, that's more sort of like a dead plant kind of color. Actually, we could do kind of like that. That's kind of spooky looking. Yeah, I kind of like that, actually. It is a sort of like a blue-green hedge, but whatever. I can do what I want. I do what I want. Okay, so we have our spooky hedgerow, and inside it, we have our spooky front garden for our haunted house, complete with gravestones, because, you know, people bury their dead relatives right in front of their house. That's how that works. So yeah, we got the graveyard thing with these. Actually, it actually looks kind of cool. It looks kind of nice. What I was thinking is, because obviously the house is going to go, like, here. If I am going to make the house with like a train car, it would just have to be absolutely massive, because the curves for the train car, like the rails that it goes on, the curves would have to be so big that it's going to make the house enormous. So what I am going to do, I'm going to make it a walking haunted house. You just walk around and then spooky stuff jumps out at you, just because we can make it slightly smaller if we do it that way. Okay, so the paths are all finished off. I think this is a decent route for a haunted house. Why not? It doesn't look like much at the moment because it's just some paths, but basically you come in here, it's all sort of twisty-turny, a spook around every corner, maybe. Who knows? Depends how good I am at making scary stuff. You come around here, goes to the upstairs, because you know, double the levels of fun, that kind of thing. You can see down here, I've made this thing. My intention was to have a bit where you're walking along and then suddenly a trapdoor opens and you fall down to another level and it'll spook you. It works okay. It's obviously done by sensor, so when you walk past the sensor, the thing opens up. But if you go too fast, it will just close again. So you just have to make sure you're walking very, very slowly through the haunted house. You get to here. Oh no, the trapdoor have fallen down. Oh no. It was a cool concept, okay? It's hard to make it work properly. Anyway, you fall down here, and then you obviously finish off a couple more twisty-turny corridors, and then you come out here. This is going to be a little exit hidden around the side of the house. So what we basically need to do now is put walls all around this, and ceilings and stuff, so it's nice and dark. And then we can start adding spooky stuff. Okay, all the walls are built. So basically now we need to add the spooks. So we need to add things sort of in the walls. So we're gonna add some music blocks behind the walls. We're gonna have some like holes in the walls, and then things will like pop up behind the holes. I don't know what kind of spooky stuff we can use. We can have spooky dismembered feet or ducks. Okay, it's basically just ducks. It's gonna be a haunted duck house. Look at this, guys. You're walking along, minding your own business, and then suddenly you flip a switch, and there's a duck! Okay, this isn't going to be the scariest house ever, but it will be the stupidest haunted house you've ever seen. Okay, guys, so I think the inside of our haunted duck house is done. Obviously, you can tell the outside is not finished yet, but I'll show you around the inside first. You can see the magic. Well, not the magic, the horrors that await anyone who enters. Just a word of warning, guys, this might be quite scary, particularly for anyone who is scared of ducks. If you're not scared of ducks, you'll probably be fine, but anyone who is, don't worry, I'm here to guide you through this. We'll do this together. So you come in here, helpful arrows to tell you which way to go. That's all good. What is round the first corner? Oh my god, it's a duck! So yeah, I don't know if you can hear, but like when you set the ducks off, it's also like an ominous sound in the background. It's meant to be like a jump scare, but it's not that easy to do, okay? Oh, I just forgot. I made like a creepy music machine. If I turn this switch. Yeah, ominous. So you come in here. This is the first duck. Comes down from the ceiling. Oh, there's way too many sounds now. Whatever, it's fine. Go around the corner. Oh my god, more ducks! By the way, ignore these in the floor, because if you look where those are, it's just gonna spoil it, to be honest. Anyway, around the next corner, hopefully there's no more ducks. I don't like ducks in the slightest. Oh my god! That's a lot of ducks. Let's continue. Oh, okay, let's continue. Let's continue. Oh, what's around this corner? Ooh. A flight of stairs. Oh, I wonder what could be up here. What? Okay, fine. It's ducks. It's ducks. Obviously, with the sensors, if you don't walk in the right place, like if I go up on the left-hand side of the stairs, it won't set the ducks off. But you know, you can only have one sensor for each set of ducks. I can't have sensors everywhere, just in case people miss it. Like you can't do it like that. So basically, just always walk in the middle of the corridor. You should be fine. Then you'll get maximum duckness. Anyway, those ducks down. Come around here. Ooh, a spooky spinning sign. Oh, this house is definitely haunted. Oh my. What's around this corner? Oh, a duck. How will I make it past this duck? Oh, he's gone. It's all good. But where did he go? What the? He's nowhere to be seen. How mysterious. Anyway, looks like we're going this way. Oh, what the? Oh, wait, what the fuck? Okay. What the? No. Oh, we're going down. No. That would have been a lot more dramatic if it worked first time. But anyway, at this point, I ran out of creative ways to scare people with ducks. It's not that easy to scare someone with the duck, okay? And there's only so many ways you can do it. So basically, there's no more duck jump scares. We just go towards the end now. There's some spooky rocking signs. And there's these ducks, but they're not jump scared ducks. They're just sort of like ducks. So yeah, that is the end of the inside of the haunted house. This game is not designed as a haunted house simulator or any of that kind of stuff, so I did my best. Sorry if it wasn't scary. If you're scared of ducks, I'm imagining you probably shit yourself by now. Yeah, I think it was pretty cool. I'm gonna turn off the unnerving music generator and also this thing. This switch is just the it's the wonky sign and the spinning ducks in this corridor, by the way. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? The merry-go-round is completely broken. Anyway, so the inside of the haunted house looking pretty good, looking pretty snazzy and spooky and stuff. But obviously we need to make the outside so you can't see all the inner workings. So it actually looks like a haunted house, and currently it's just like a colourful brick. So yeah, in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip straight forward to when we have the outside of the haunted house. And there we go. So it's a very modern version of a spooky house, but it's spooky enough for what we want. I can come back and amplify the spookification factor later, but it's okay for now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the theme park in Scrap Mechanic. You wouldn't think it, but this was probably the most challenging build so far. Actually, no, that thing took ages, as you can imagine, because it's so tall and I kept falling off. But this haunted house, it took a while. I'll come back and I'll make it look more spooky before next time, I'm pretty sure, because it's not quite spooky enough. It's just black. That doesn't mean. But anyway, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any more suggestions for stuff in the theme park, let me know down below. I know you want a roller coaster. We will do a roller coaster at some point. But anyway, I've been Vader. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.